Hi everybody, it's Dr. Maas here. This is part 2 of our quick intro into Methylation 101. What is it? What impact does it have on your lives if it goes wrong? Remember the 5 roundabouts? We're going to go through roundabout number 1 in detail. And as you remember, folate, the word folate comes from the Latin word which means folio, which means leaf. And what's absolutely critically important is that you eat enough plants, the green plants that we eat in veggies and salads and stuff. That's really important because those plants have captured that sunlight, that information, that sun, the photons, and has actually created a folate molecule from it. And we want to get folate from our diet. You don't want to really have too much folic acid because it's kind of quite toxic and it was made by humans and machines. So it's not that healthy for us. But we want to get nice levels of folate. Now, in this example of this gene code sequence, we have a good FOLH1, which will carry the folate, the green stuff, into our bodies. But what we've got to do is we've got to get RFC1 working a little bit better. And you can see from that gene code, it's red. Look at the double arrows. It's down-regulated, so it's double slow. That gene code sequence, that forklift carrier truck that's supposed to basically carry the folate into the body, it's not working that well. So the bottom line on it is, how can we make RFC1 work better? Well, to be honest with you, I always turn towards parsley or chimichurri is my favorite. Maas Clinic has a really good recipe on chimichurri. You should follow it if you've got your folate challenges. And you can put that folate or that chimichurri on anything, but you've really got to get plants in. The value of plants is because they've got that sun energy, and we want that sun energy that's in those plants to be able to have the folate. Then we turn it into dihydrofolate. That means 2 folates. Then with DHFR, we will turn it into 4, called the tetrahydrofolate. Tetra, like Tetra Pak of apple juice or milk. I don't drink milk, but apple juice, yes. So that's a tetra, a square-shaped folate, a folate molecule on each side. Then it reaches these 2 bridge points. One's called MTHFD1, and the other one's called SHMT1. I look at like Battersea and Chelsea Bridge. This would basically be Chelsea, this is basically going to be Battersea, and we have Chelsea and Battersea Bridge. That's Chelsea, that's Battersea. And look at it like flow of traffic. And what we've got is we've got somebody who's basically born with a slow MTHFD1. And you can see by the arrows, it's triple slow. So there's a lot of traffic or very slow traffic moving on that bridge, right? We have to speed it up. How do you speed it up? You have to use the cofactors. The cofactors are the epigenetic, epi meaning floating above. And that B3, B6 floats above the gene code sequence and makes it work faster. And that's what's really important. You have to give the client enough B3 to actually activate Chelsea Bridge and make it work faster. You also want to be able to give enough B6 because that's so important for methylation. And it also influences the Battersea Bridge on the B6. The ultimate molecule that needs to be made is 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate. This is a super molecule and it grants us good brain function and good protein function, as well as a whole slew of other functions it comes into. But this is absolutely critical. And some people, they're born with a DUF MTHFR, a very popular topic at the moment. But MTHFR basically is a bit of a problem. Now, I'm born with 2 ambers on here. One represents heart, the other one represents nervous system. So whichever weak spot that you're carrying, it can kind of implicate that you might have a cardiac weakness running through the family line, or it could be a neurodegenerative weakness running through the family line. I have both. I've got heart attacks and Alzheimer's. But I'm telling you, as long as I can get my methylation working well, my B2s, my B3s, my B6, B9, B12s, then I'm going to get this risk of degenerative heart disease and degenerative neuro disease is actually going to go minimal. I will end up living a lot longer, free of heart disease and hopefully free of Alzheimer's. So that basically concludes it. We need cofactors. You need to get the plants in. You need B3, B6, B6, B2, B3. In summary, You need your bees, you need your plants.